This is Grade 5, Module 3, Lesson 8, and the objective is to add fractions to and subtract fractions from whole numbers using equivalence and the number line as strategies. So we're going to be using the number line for the homework problems here. And we do have number 1, and I'm going to do both examples, C and D. So here's the number line for C, and I'm just going to make my markings on it. I'm going to start with 0 here. And using the number line strategy, I'm looking at my whole number 5 and the whole number 2. So I'm going to be using my arrow. This is going to be plus 5. And if I'm at 0 and I'm adding 5, that means I'm at the number 5. And then I'm going to add the other whole number of 2. And if I'm at 5 in the number line and I'm adding 2, this puts me at 7, which is pretty simple. Now I'm going to look at the fractional parts of our addition problem. And if I'm at 7 and I add 2/5, then I'm at the mixed number 7 and 2/5. Adding the next part of 3/5, I know that that would be 7 and 5/5, or the whole number 8. So the answer to that problem, 5 and 2/5 plus 2 and 3/5, is the whole number 8. So now let's look at D, and D is an example of a subtraction problem. So let's get a new number line. So here's our number line, and I'm going to start at the right end of the number line, and I know that I'm starting with the whole number 4. And now I'm going to be moving to the left on my number line here because I'm subtracting 2. So I have my whole number 4 minus 2 is going to be 2. And then I'm going to be subtracting 5/7. And that would bring me to 1 and 2/7 on the number line. So the answer to D, 4 minus 2 and 5/7, is 1 and 2/7. Okay, and the next problem we're going to do is number 4 from the homework, and it reads, Andre says that 5 and 3/4 plus 2 and 1/4 is equal to 7 1/2 because 7 and 4/8 is equal to 7 1/2. Identify his mistake, draw a picture to prove that he is wrong. So we're going to go ahead and do this one on the number line as well. And I already know that Andre is wrong because we're trying to look for his mistake. So we're going to start at 0. We're adding. So I'm starting at 0. And I'm looking at the whole numbers in my problem. And we have the whole number 5. So that means my first jump is going to be plus 5. If I was at 0 and I'm adding 5, I'm now at the whole number 5 on the number line. I'm adding the next whole number, which is 2. So that's going to be another jump. If I'm at 5 on the number line and I'm adding 2, I'm now at 7 on the number line. So now we get into the fractional parts, and I'm at 3/4, so 7, and I'm going to add 3/4 would bring me to 7 and 3/4 on the number line. And I'm adding the other fractional part of 1/4, and if I'm at 7 and 3/4 and I'm adding another 4th, that brings me to 7 and 4/4, or the whole number 8. So Andre said that it is equal to 7 1/2, and his misconception is right here where he said 7 4/8. His mistake was that he added both the numerators, so he added 3 and 1 to get 4, and then he added the denominators, and that's where his mistake came in. He added 4 plus 4 to give you 8, when in reality the denominator should have stayed 4, so it would have been 7 and 4/4, or the whole number 8. If the students, they could write an explanation for this question, but in the original question it just says to draw a picture to prove that he is wrong, and using the number line, this picture would be able to get the student full credit.